Yo, girls and guys. We're hopping back on with some more Islets. Time for some gaming. We'll do some commentating after we play a little bit. Kind of getting over the whole wasting any time, even slightly in life kind of thing. The stop and smell the roses attitude just isn't vibing with me yet. I think I did it enough, you know? We don't have infinite lives, and that idea is great, but no single idea is just gonna magically carry you through life, so... Yeah, but I hope you guys are doing well. It's got a lot on my mind, and pretty excited. I got a lot of things to talk about. Got a little bit of bad news, but overall, can't be down with all the good news. Easily balances out the bad. Niche, niche, niche. This is one of those games you come back to and you almost like enjoy it more. Like when you first look at it, the art doesn't really pop. It almost looks like a slightly bad cartoon, and then you come back to it, and for some reason it's starting to look like a really, like it could almost be a whole cartoon, like it's a good cartoon. I don't know. That was a bad description, but I guess it's just one of those things. I couldn't appreciate this game until I went through some annoying shit. Oh. Oh, I see, I see. This is pretty cool. This isn't like anything I've ever seen in a video game. Okay, that's a lie, but... Oh, I see, I see. I don't know how to do it, but I see. Oh, I almost had it. I just had to freaking slide. I sound like Nick A30. No! It makes you feel like you hit the ground. I don't know if you can hit the ground there. What? Like, what did I do wrong? Can I do it again? I did it wrong again. No! Okay, this is kind of frustrating. Oh, man. Holy shit. I feel like I would have gotten that quicker on controller. But... Plus money. Oh, that's interesting. This game surprises you in these little ways. That would actually be kind of good in some of these screens, but... I guess we're going with that one. Knowing my luck, the money will have been like a really good choice for some reason. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, one life's getting you down. Take a break, come back, and then the video games just slap, dude. It's crazy. Crazy old life, man. We're back here playing another Metroidvania. Would have never thunked it. Oh, yeah. Look at the Hollow Knight bones. Look at these fucking Hollow Knight bones. Yeah, who needs that 200 monies? Oh, now these fish are starting to... Oh, these are kind of like a... Like, doesn't After Image have shit like this? And obviously Hollow Knight does too. I cannot wait for Silk Song. So I got a lot of depressing things I'm gonna complain about in the middle of my video so nobody hears it, but... Oh god. Not one of these. Oh, this is easy. Niche. Yeah, baby. So you could use all these to get like hella money. That's kind of interesting. I guess we'll do the arrow. And I'm gonna try to do my best if I do have to complain about shit in these videos from now on, just to like not throw people under the bus too hard if I am complaining and stuff, and not do it too much and stuff like that. So trying to make some good changes for... Okay, so this is the way we can't go yet. Maybe it is. No! I should have known. Yeah, the more I play this game, the more it really starts to sink in and how good it is. I do feel like a lot of these newer Metroidvanias kind of... Oh, he like totally wants to do a charging crouch jump. Look at that. It looks like he's trying to do it. Yeah, they kind of have a blocky style to them. And it kind of works with the HD scaled graphics and everything, but I still feel like some of the environments could use more slopes and stuff. I know it's not easy for like an indie developer to like do that on every, like especially like a small developer. To do that. Okay, we're gonna do a little trash talking because I want to vent and just move on with these ideas. Turn down the audio for a little bit. I'll try to get through this quick. Hopefully it won't take too long. So, sorry, I just ate a bunch of food. Yeah, like I said, I got good news and bad news. The good news, I'll just give you the quick version, even though I could sit there and emphasize about it. I'm back into art. I'm excited. You know, whether it's drawing or it's animation or it's 2D animation, it's 3D animation, it's a combo of all of the things. I think I am finally losing that ego where it's like I gotta be something. I gotta be someone who's so great that he's a better artist than everyone else who's done their specific field for 20, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years at least. And you have to be that good in like a day, and you have to be that good in the first year you're on YouTube, and you have to. That's the attitude I used to have. And people on the internet would just make you feel like such a loser. Like, they would make you, like, even when you, like, never fought with these people before, it was, like, literally, like, your first time posting on YouTube as a teenager. People would just find your name, and they'd be like, oh, this guy's got 100 subscribers, this guy's got 500 subscribers, I fucking hate this guy. Like, I don't understand what it was. But there was just this attitude, and it was on forums especially, and it was usually people who were a little bit older than you, and they thought they were better than you, and then when you got in real matches against them, you ended up beating them and stuff. That's the story for me, at least. And I bet that happened to a lot of other kids. Whether you were playing Halo or Call of Duty back then. Whatever you were doing. As far as, like, competitive shooting games and stuff. And videos for them. They would just... Like, you put all this effort into a video they know you're not making money on. You're probably going to get, like, 5 subscribers from it. you put so many hours of work into it, you're not even like getting anything out of it. And then they still got like some mean comment on like one clip because there was like an AFK guy in there once on the whole video or so. And it's just shit like that. And it's like back then I didn't have so many years of good advice. Like the internet has been like spouting good advice for years now. So I was just like really distraught over that shit. And that's part of the reason I quit montage. That's the biggest reason I quit montage making was just because I fucking hated putting so much time into something and I'm not even making money from it and people just treat you like shit anyway. And then you have people out there who like you enough that they are willing to drop 50 bucks, 100 bucks on some simple little video you edit. You know what I mean? So it's like but then when those times start to become few and far between, it gets really um feels like a lonely field to be working in and it kind of is, right? Unfortunately, unless you somehow got a grasp on big popularity and you got a lot of followers, it just feels really lonely, right? You feel like you're stepping through in the footsteps of other people and you're not even doing it as good as them and shit like that. That's pretty much what life is, though. Well, anyways, all these years pass by and I start to realize, like, hey, I like the stuff I made, you know? People would, like, trash talk my 3D or something, and it's like, yeah, but nobody else does this. You know what I mean? Nobody else is making free, cheap montages, throwing in their own creative take on a 3D. They expect things to look like Hollywood fucking effects that cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, like literally, or more. And you're supposed to do it in like a day. It's just like ridiculous how people act. They don't even know they're acting like it. They just think they have an eye for art or something. It's like, yeah, I know it when I put that thing up on YouTube or I send it to a client, I know it didn't look the best. They didn't pay me any money, you know what I mean? You think I'm gonna sit there and spend an extra 100 hours texturing rocks and fucking shit for you to make sure your 3D render looks fucking awesome when you can't even pay me $10 for the 10 hours I've already spent helping you, you know what I mean? And it was always like that, and it felt like that back then, and it's starting to feel like that now, and I'm just realizing, like, I'd be better off just making shit for myself, because that gets my name out there. I have great clips, especially on Halo, and it's just like, people who watch you, and they're not coming to you for a personal art project or something, are gonna appreciate those those visual upgrades, and those 3D effects, and those fancy titles you throw into your little montages that you're barely making money on YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because guess what? They get to watch it for free. You know what I mean? They didn't have to pay for it. And then you'll have people who come around and I don't know what it is with them. Like, it's a grass is always greener type of thing where they act like they're going to be okay with just like the littlest. They like ask you for a little project and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and the scene changes and their idea changes and they don't even care about the 15 hours you already spent doing something for them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, even if there is people out there who would, like, if you stuck with it and did the next 15 hours and they would actually make it worth your while, right? There's no the fact that there's no guarantee with a lot of these people too. So it's like you're working on blind faith and they're getting stuff done for them for free basically. And it's like the older I get, the more I realize how much of a joke that is because if somebody was making me 3D art, 3D text, logos, animations for me to use for my YouTube videos or my streams, I don't care what they look like. I would glad if I had any type of extra money, I would gladly pay them more than what they were worth. But I would gladly at least use them and tout that person's name. You know what I mean? Like I run into people who they ask for something and then you give them, you fulfill their idea within their budget, which is very low. They're always asking for like some crazy fucking glowing bullshit that it would need to be like some particle simulation that you spent 8 years in fucking college to learn how to do and it would cost a billion fucking dollars to learn all that shit and if anyone actually who was out there who knew how to do it was gonna do it, you'd have to pay that person $1,000 at least for like a fraction of the project being completed, and then they're expecting it for like, oh, can I give you like $10? Can I give you like $30? And shit like that, and it's just like, go on Fiverr, look what you get for like $20. You get like a rehashed version of what everyone else does. You know what I mean? And then I was scrolling through Fiverr to like see if I was like going crazy or something. And I'm looking on there, and like the shit that I'm pumping out is going for like $300, $100, $400, with sales on the board. Like all of these people have sales. People are basically they're basically expecting $1,000 animation with an extra $250 compositing and sound design budget. You know what I mean? And they're expecting it, which would probably take a single person like 2 weeks if they were a really good artist. And then they're expecting it for somebody who's just like that's not my job. You know what I mean? That's just something I'd learned for fun on the side, so I could make some nice little things to go in my videos. You know what I mean? Anyways, I can't do it anymore. It's like every time I get my hopes up for something, it always turns into like some sickening fucking endeavor, and I realize, oh, it's because I was getting my hopes up in regards to somebody else's plans. You know, I'm getting my hopes up in regards to this girl marrying me. I'm getting my hopes up in regards to my family doing the business that we always had dreamed of. You know, I could go on and on. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. But it's always like that, and the more I wake up and realize, it's like, dude, I should just be doing shit for myself. You know, that will probably get me more money, more skill, more women, more friends, more happiness, more confidence, more everything, motivation. And the better thing is you can do it in your own time, so you don't feel like you're giving up because you took a day off. You know what I mean? You don't feel like you're giving up because you didn't get 100-hour work results in 5 hours. When you're doing it for yourself, it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Not trying to get paid for this. I'm not trying to fulfill somebody's fucking crazy vision that's unfulfillable without insane amounts of money. You know what I mean? And the basically, my advice for any like small time artists like me, I don't know what you're doing, especially like someone who's not like super good at anything, but you're pretty good at a lot of stuff. And when you put it all together, it ends up being a little like seemingly above your skill level. I felt like that's how it was for me. Like I wasn't particularly that good at editing or anything. It's just I really liked Halo. I really liked montages. I did have a lot of passion for motion graphics at the time. So it just all kind of came together, and it was like I was pumping out stuff that was probably better than what an amateur, you know what I mean? And that's probably why a lot of people took notice. And for my advice for anyone like that is just to keep believing in yourself. Other people will look at your stuff, not bat an eye. They won't do anything about it themselves. They're not gonna one up you. They haven't even started for the first day in their journey of being an artist like that. They they'll act one day to you like the stuff you're pumping out for them isn't good enough, and then the next day they'll upload some shit that's garbage. You know what I mean? Or they're just okay with their old shit that doesn't look that good. It's a grass is always greener thing. They're always just like, oh, I want something new. I want something that looks good. Oh, I'll hit up this guy. At some point, they bite their own words and they're like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have changed ideas 17 times. And then they start to realize like, oh shit, I'm in a human brain and I'm not satisfied with anything. This guy could basically be shipping me $300 work for like $30 and I still wouldn't be happy. Like, yeah, I know I'm not worth that much yet, but I'm at least pumping out work that's worth something. You know what I mean? People don't like paying the fucking artist, you know? They're like, oh, do you just do this for free? Do you just live for free? You don't got bills to pay? Yeah, I did that quite a bit when I was a teenager in early 20s, but you know what I mean? It's just like, I left that era of my life for a reason, and I just got slapped in the face again, and I fucking realized why. Cause I got my hopes up fucking again for some fucking bullshit, you know? Because instead of getting my hopes up and focusing on making me a montage and making me better at talking, making me better at 3D titles for my videos and 2D animations and all this, I'm like worried about somebody else's ideas, you know, and the way that what they think of what I make. Where I put up something for them that looks good, and they're like, "Man, I wanted you to make my version of that. That doesn't look good. I can't make it myself, but you're supposed to be able to make it. I can't even give you an example of a sketch of what it might look like. And even if you do make something that looks just like the sketch, then I won't be happy. Like it's crazy. You'll drive yourself fucking crazy. And that's why I didn't want to make this commentary, but it's just like I have to be able to keep going. I can't stop and give up because people are so fucking undependable and unreliable. Like I wanted to be that nice person who like does half of the work and then you pay me half of the money and then I finish it up and then you pay me the rest and then we're both happy and it was all done in good time, but it never works out like that. It's so frustrating. You have to like be a complete fucking douche and get paid front up for all, not even half, all. Give me all the money before I do any work, and then I'll give you what I want to for that amount of money. You know what I mean? It sucks, but you have to be that way. Even if you're a beginning art, like you don't feel like you should be like. I don't feel like I should be like that. Yeah, but I have to because guess what? There isn't another creative mind out there who's gonna personally make your shapes and your logos and your brand and your ideas and your animations over and over. You know what I mean? You're not gonna find somebody like that. And if you do find somebody like that, they're gonna cost. Yeah, they're gonna be better than me, but they're gonna cost 10 times the amount I cost. You know what I mean? And at that point, you don't want to pay that much. You know what I mean? You like that idea, and that's where people just see the grass is always greener. They're like they don't want a cheap guy, they don't want a mid tier guy like me, they don't want a guy on Fiverr, they don't want to pay the rich guy, they don't want anything. People don't fucking want anything. You can hand them the like damn near the perfect thing, it won't be good enough. It wasn't the magic thing flying out of their dream brain. Like I remember like a little bit I've read one of the comments on one of my montages and they're like, this is his part was and I was looking at it in like a constructive way. Now I just looked at it in a different way today and it's just kinda like, yeah, you're judging me for something I made like no money on, you know what I mean? Alright. I don't know. Like, yeah, you were right in the criticism, and I agreed, and I already knew that before you even said it. Part of me knew that the beginning of my edit was kind of just hodgepodge together, and it didn't really flow well, and it didn't really have a story to it or anything. But I'm making a montage for free. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I'm just gonna keep repeating. Every time I get annoyed about this, I'm just gonna keep repeating that to myself. I spent 60 hours working on somebody's video for free and nobody has ever done this for me ever once in their entire life. There's only one guy who even made me a video once, and it was short and it was awesome and it was like a nice little thing. But at the end of the day, it pales in comparison to the free stuff I did for people. You know what I mean? And I'm not even acting like I could have done more. It's just the fact that it never bared any fruit. And now here I am, 10 years later, replanting the seeds that got casted aside by a bunch of assholes and a bunch of people who fucked over my life, basically. And anyways, if you give me creative freedom and I get to make that and I get to make the intro and I get to make the 3D titles and I get to make the effects in the video, it ends up looking like there might be some dull spots, but it ends up looking fucking sick overall. You know what I mean? So that's how I know. It's just like at the end of the day, it's just like you can't feel like a bad person because somebody. I've had this happen with a music video before. I shot somebody a music video and they were just horrible at storyboarding and horrible at collecting um what do you call it? Like a cast to work with, like some people to work with. The people they got were fucking shit little drug dummy teenagers. I filmed a music video for somebody, and actually my efforts in there was good. My shots were good. The colors were good. I made the most of the actors they had, and the only hot girl who was there got some nice shots. But at the end of the day, they've messed up their filming, and their song was never that good to begin with. Like, the same person had better songs, so like, why were we making a video out of their like annoying ass song? You know. Anyways, I could have done better. They could have just gave me the ideas, and I would have put the whole thing together better easily, and at least we'd have something to show for it. Instead, now I just got like an empty hole in my heart and some sad and good memories. Because I did make friends with some of the cast of the music video that we were filming and stuff. I'm not saying it was all bad. I'm just saying the two girls who were like leading it, the artist and the manager girl that hired me, they were fighting really bad, and that just ruined like the whole thing. And none of the people were even motivated to make the video good. So like, how are we supposed to? The only one who was me. So the camera shots that I could take were good. They actually looked fucking sick. They look like some shit that you would have paid like a $500 or $1,000 for that music video. I was doing it for free actually, just for my portfolio, and maybe I was gonna get like some money at the end. Maybe that's how it always is for me. It's like it's a joke, dude. Fucking joke. And then look at it. Okay, no offense, I'm not insulting this game, but like look at the art. Like nothing, like all of it comes together and it's great, but nothing here is like something that's like beyond my skill level. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't got the work ethic to make these damn fences look so nice and stuff, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I could put together something very similar to this very quickly. Download Unity, do some tutorials on Python, do some more tutorials on whatever the hell other basic coding I need. Start putting together a little platforming scene. Start putting in some of these assets. You know what I mean? I'm not that far off. And then nowadays it's easier than ever. The thing is, shit takes time. You know what I mean? People don't want to do shit that's not going to get appreciated. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, 10 years from now, what's going to make me the best video game? What's going to make me the most money? Probably me chasing after a game I'm making for myself. You know what I mean? Not some game I'm making for money. Not some game I started to work with a group of people when I first got some game development skills and I could help them out. No, it's probably going to be the game that I make because I want to make a game because I want to play something that's fun and I want to make something that's fun. Like, that's going to be it, right? And that's the same story with a relationship. You know what I mean? You're going to find a relationship on some dating website. You're going to find a relationship with somebody doing the shit that you believe in life. And that's, at the end of the day, that the more I grow up, the more I realize all this shit. And I could just go on and on, really. That's like my catchphrase of this year. See, like, I'm having a little bit of fun just jumping around. Oh, so you start schmoving after a jump? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a little different. Could definitely make that into some cool platforming sequences and stuff. So your first jump, or maybe that's how it works. I might be wrong. Anyways, I'm not trying to throw people under the bus. No one was insanely bad to me or anything. I have a problem with people, and people have a problem with me, and people have a problem with people. Why does this eye turn so goofy, though? And I don't know, I've been made to feel like I'm worthless so many times in my life that, you know, even if I'm not good at something, I'm just tired. Whoa, what's that? Oh, you like can't roll at the wall? Oh, the wall like stops your roll. That's interesting. Anyways, I'm probably just complaining for like the last 20 minutes, but I'm just frustrated. And the thing is, it's always people always like send you like these like fucking 2D pictures, and then they think that you could just magically make it 3D or something. Like, I don't know what they think. They think that for like $30 that somebody is gonna UV map an object for them and texture it with some perfect hologram texture and put in some sort of particle array simulation that makes it glow magically, and it's gonna be animated with crazy fucking gradient map animated textures that you made yourself, and it's gonna look like a fucking James Cameron fucking film mixed with fucking Tarantino, mixed with Steven Spielberg, mixed with God, mixed with Video Copilot. They like expect that you're like gonna inject a straight dopamine shot into their fucking nervous system, into their fucking spinal cord for like $10. It's like, bro, drugs, cocaine ain't even that cheap. How the hell you think for $20 you're gonna get a $5 billion fucking project? You know what I mean? I've gotten paid $70 for a project that took me like 3 hours before. You know what I mean? So how the hell? And I'm like the guy who's crazy enough to like go for it with like no incentive. You know what I mean? I spend that 20 hours doing something that isn't going to get appreciated. Whoa. What? Oh, never mind. I forgot there was a double jump. I was like, whoa, is this Donkey Kong? You can roll jump? Which is an underrated... That should be in more platformers. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can sort of like just jump way off the edge. You see that? But you can, dude. What? It literally has... Look at that. You can go so far. I wonder if I could have done that jump earlier. Because of that. I just didn't know. It's like the difference between going like halfway and going all the way. Okay, maybe not that much. Whoa, is it even making a difference? I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. This is why I gotta just stay focused on my own shit, because now it's like I can't even live my life because I've been wrapped up into another world that led to nothing. You know what I mean? It's not like I went on a journey and it led somewhere and it's helping me like I wanted to believe. It always just leads back to like me being poor and alone and undervalued. And then made to feel like I need to like transform myself as a human because I'm completely worthless. Anyways. Probably play without audio for a second here because I'm sad. Is there a backtrack point? Yeah. I remember. There's something over here. No, nothing. It's just frustrating because, like, that time could have easily been... You could be like, well, you weren't even going to work anyway, but... Which has its own truth to it, but at the end of the day, that time could be better spent learning. That time could be better spent on your own projects. That time could be better spent looking for somebody who actually wants something you can produce. That time would have been better spent just having a shitty part-time job and then pumping that money into your own education bill or your own assets bill or whatever. If you're an artist, you're going to need some kind of assets to work with. You know what I mean? And it's just like, once that hits you over and over again, it can knock you out of the game. And that's what happened to me in the past. It's just like, I kept getting hit with that vibe. Like, I'd be doing something for my girlfriend and it would look great and they just wouldn't be happy and wouldn't treat me right. Or I'd be doing something for a friend and they just... And it looks fucking awesome. There's like sick-ass 3D effects and a nice well-edited vlog video and it's just like, I don't even get like a thank you, you know what I mean? And if somebody did like even something that was half as good for me, I would be so overly ecstatic. And I'm not even like a particularly grateful person. I'm probably borderline ungrateful, so it's or even borderline very ungrateful. So the fact that I know if somebody like went out of their way to even spend an hour editing a video for me or a picture or a 3D animation or anything, I don't, you know what I mean? I'd be so happy. So I can't take it anymore with that shit. It's like I'm doing this journey for me now. And I don't need any more reasons to be sad. I don't need any more fucking reasons to feel like I failed and my whole life is a failure, doomed for life. I'm sick of it, dude. Did I do everything I can do here? Alright. How did I let that happen? That was a noob mistake. See, that's how freaking bullshit life is. Okay. What kind of hidden secret is that? At least we have fun video games to play. When life's getting to us, we can always play a nice little game. This wasn't really hidden, but alright. I was about to say, you guys aren't gonna reward me for, like, nothing, basically, right? What's that noise? Oh, is that the vending machine? I thought that was like my computer breaking. Like my speaker buzzing. That's funny. That noise is kind of bad, but it works. See what I mean? Like, I come across something that's like critical and I still enjoy it. Other people... How did I go down? The fuck? How did that happen? I like glitched through the ground or something. Anyways, I'm just complaining now, but... And basically after all of this stuff... Here's the positive side at least, but... I'm gonna be working on... just stuff for myself. Like, somebody wants an art project for their business, but I'm gonna make it for them, and then I'm not even gonna tell them I'm making it for them. I'm just gonna send them a low resolution picture of it, and if they like it, I'll give it to them for a fair price. But I'm just gonna go in with the expectation that I'm just making it to get better at art and not to make any money. Because the second there's expectation of money, everything sucks. So that's kind of my advice at the end of the day. Don't ever lose that love for just doing some stuff for fun and doing it for yourself and doing it to better yourself. And if it doesn't seem like someone's appreciating you, there's probably a reason they're not. You know what I mean? And instead of like taking that to heart so bad like I often do, just find a way to step away gracefully and continue to live your life. That's probably the best advice I could give to myself if I had to rewind time and help myself go through some of these interactions, you know. But anyways, I'm pretty happy. I got a lot of exciting, fun things to dive into. My health has been getting better. Hollow Knight Silk Song seems to be like right around the corner, and even if that's not there, there'll be something fun to do. I downloaded Halo again. I've been out of the game for weeks now, for the most part. And I'm still not playing, but I might play a little bit here or there. Yeah, I got some good plans to help my sister and my nephew with. Just gonna be making 3D art, 3D animations, video editing, motion graphics, and you know that stuff doesn't bring in money, but that's just something I'm doing to. If that, you know, I know that stuff only brings in money if you're like with a company or you have an insane portfolio and you have like 10 years into the game. I understand that. So now I'm just gonna be doing that for fun until it eventually does become something, you know. Because that's kind of how I was with Halo when I grew up. It was like deep down I knew I had the passion to be great. I just didn't know how to bring it out so quick in my first few years of having internet and stuff, right? And I decided no matter what, I was going to stick with it and not care what people said about me and everything. And all these years later, like, yeah, I didn't make money from it, or that much money from it, but I actually did make some money from it. Um, but all these years later, what do I have? I have the skills that will pay the bills. You know what I mean? I have the skills of a player, or even better than people who have their whole life made because they were Halo players. You know what I mean? So I mean, you have to like ask yourself like, how much of a failure is that, right? That ain't so bad. You know, things could be worse. And anyways, I'm just trying to approach my art and my business and my YouTube and my everything else I want to do. I'm trying to approach all those things with that same sort of mindset because I know if I don't, I'll just be getting mad at people, throwing them under the bus, feeling down on myself, all that. So yeah, that's been kind of the story of the past few weeks of all that shit led to me now. And I think that's mostly the stuff I wanted to talk about. Go back to my fun little game here. Oh, and yeah, I started watching Boro Dante, and I used to be sad because he stopped doing like painting and drawing videos and stuff, and I don't know if he still does it at all anymore. But I was happy to see that right when I was getting into 3D art and video production again and all that stuff, he was working on video games in Blender and in Unreal Engine and stuff, so it just made me feel like I came back at the right time because he was a big reason that I even learned how to draw to begin with. Before that, I had no artistic talent whatsoever, and at least now I have something to work with, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Sorry to have another fucking Debbie Downer video. I guess that's all life is gonna be is like 75% Debbie Downers, and then once in a while I'll be happy about a new video game or something new that happened to me. We're back in the grasslands, the grass valley. I'm trying to put a positive spin on this shit, but it's not really coming out of me. Maybe it'll be one of those that we get it with time, you know, down the road. I don't feel good about all this stuff and a lot of how the past way it happened, or the past How did I go through that floor before? All I was doing was holding down, and I, like, tapped right twice, and I, like, went under. I swear. I don't know, maybe somehow I pressed jump, but I really don't think I did. I feel like I play better without the noises. But yeah, I still hope to do projects for people. It's just... I don't like the way I have to act about it and stuff just because... It mostly boils down to life being a very expensive endeavor and everyone being so selfish and the world not having greenhouses that everyone works in and we all eat produce and make delicious vegan cheesecake and stuff. um I don't know. I think another thing is I've always like felt like I had to do everything alone. Like, I feel like I would have went so much farther if, like, while I was doing the video editing, my buddy was working on 3D for me, or you know what I mean? It was never like that though. It was always just I had to do everything. I had to do the 3D. I had to capture the clips. I had to edit the clips. I had to be the perfect soundtrack maker, even though you can't use half the music you want to use. I had to do this. I had to do that. Make the 2D assets. Make the pictures. Make the overlays. Make the titles. You know what I mean? It just felt like if I was lucky, I would have found somebody like me, and then we would have worked together, and we would have fucking kicked ass, you know? Yeah, we both might have not been insanely good at every aspect, but our combined efforts would have been great, you know? And that would have been all I needed, but it was like, I didn't get that. Anyways, that's what I'm gonna hope, you know, even though that feels like a dark spot in my life, I'm gonna hope to, like, someday, like, recreate that vision. You know, even if it's just a small couple of projects, like work with somebody out there and have something nice to look back on. Time where me and somebody else believed in each other and we worked on some stuff and made some great stuff, you know. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good, so see where things go. Winter's about to be over here in Wisconsin. I don't know if it's over in the rest of the world. I don't pay attention to the seasons anymore. Stopped doing that like a decade ago. So I'm gonna be taking a lot of walks, doing some art. I want to make that art project for somebody's, a family friend's a friend of the family's business. So, because I think it would be a nice little next step in my journey. It's like draw up their little character that they want, make a couple versions of it, throw that into a 3D program, make some 3D mock-ups for them, just for shits and giggles as well. And then see what they like. And, you know, worst case scenario, they might not want to pay me for it directly, but I might be able to take the stuff I make and ship it off to somebody on Fiverr, and then they pay me for helping them get hooked up on Fiverr and stuff. And that's another thing about being an artist, that you don't have to feel like you have to be a master artist. You just have to be able to make some stuff, because if you can get a mock-up for somebody, that goes a long way, because then you can ship that off to multiple people on Fiverr for cheap. And odds are somebody's coming back with something that's at least usable, if not great. You know what I mean? Anyways, I guess that's all the crap for today. I just want to play and chill out for now. Another one of these bad boys. Whoops. What the hell is E? Oh, okay. And then after all that bullshit, I'm finally excited to play video games again, because I remember the real world fucking sucks. Sometimes you need that break away from fun shit and real shit and your dreams to remember how great they are, you know? That's like the only benefit that came from all of this. Because all of this is just shit I knew in the past and I decided not to listen to because I wanted to try to be a... Like, I don't want to be that type of negative person, but whenever I try to be like a godly, nice, kind person who does stuff for free or cheap or whatever, it always just ends up with me feeling super dark. Like, I don't get that same vibe back from other people at all. Even if they try to, I just inevitably look at the little holes in their offensive. I look at the little holes in their statements and it just makes me feel like they're against me, you know? Oh, I'm gonna crash that shit, dude. Yes, give me somewhere else. I need to fucking have some damn fun, dude. This is kind of interesting. Now what the hell can we buy? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. This one's probably the most OP of the group. Nice. See, like, I don't even want to make these kind of commentaries. After all that, I just kind of feel down about it all, you know? What's that? Oh. But if I didn't make that commentary, I guarantee after I played this game, I would have just been sitting there thinking about why things feel so bad, wrong about, in regards to all of that stuff I just talked about. It's a catch-22, I guess. Oh, no way, bro. I'm cheap. Like all these fucking people trying to pay me money. But cheap. I think a lot of it comes down to people are afraid to put their money down. So like, if somebody does stuff for you and you don't put money down, like, how do you ever expect that shit to become good? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're some like little teenagers in school and it's for a contest and it's, you know what I mean? The internet is fucking old. Plenty of people out there who need work done, you know what I mean? So it's always fucking super annoying when you got people who ask for work, but they're just like, they don't really want it. They want it if it's magically good without having them ever having sacrificed for it, you know what I mean? Ugh. Shit always starts off as like, hey, we're just gonna do this little thing. It's gonna be simple, easy. And then the story switches up and they want some shit that's basically impossible to do unless you're fucking devoted your entire life to it. I can never help but doubt myself anymore, too, because the world, like, will make you doubt everything. It's crazy. My suggestion is, though, if you're ever bothering an artist and you don't got big money, like, leave him alone. You don't want to pay ahead of time, leave them alone. You don't want to bank on them and stick with them, leave them alone, because you're just gonna waste their fucking time. Make them feel like trash people when they're not. But yeah, I'll be getting, sorry, I'm just not in the mood to really to play. I'm gonna play a little bit more and then I'm just gonna link this up with another video. I want to play something different. The grass is always greener, I guess. Nah, but... Yeah, because I just need to pump this time into my videos. It's like... There's fans out there who want to see my best clips and stuff, and it's like... How am I gonna get real people who want my services if I don't got my best work out there, you know? I don't know why I sit here and try to like justify myself to people. And again, it all stems back to the world, like making you doubt yourself in like the worst way possible, where you just feel like you can't ever complain, you can't say anything, you can't do anything, you're not good at anything. Like the world just like shoots Satan vibes at people. Whether it's coming from your client or it's coming from an old friend who stopped loving you or it's coming from this or that. The Satan vibes are omnipresent and omnipotent. And all fucking knowing. Damn, this video ended up sucking. Well, you win some, you lose some. Can't win them all. That's what I tell myself when I play video games. Don't let that discourage you. Oh, oh boy. Every freaking woman over the age of 35 says when they sigh. Oh, bother. They don't say that. I'm just gonna hit the save point and work harder on the next video, I guess. Might not even turn the audio back on. That's kind of the vibe I'm in today. Oh, now I gotta start my next journey. See where it takes me. Oh, man. What can you do? Start waiting for Hollow Knight. That's what I'm gonna do. Moving on to some fun shit. How dare I ever get distracted with money? Yeah, anytime I heard that, that's the ending of this video, actually. Fuck it. I might even press the return to save point. I'm so annoyed. No, I can't do that. I'm gonna get to the save point, though, before I say this. Yeah, right. That's boring. Always picking on my NPCs here. Jump out of this somehow? Give me a save point. Am I missing something? Shouldn't there be like a save point here? What's this? Well, this guy is an asshole. Okay, we'll turn on the audio. So reluctant. Oh, my internet's out. What's that about? Is that a lie? Okay. Get traumatized when my internet's out. This is fun. I didn't even know this was in the game. I thought we were just, like, linking some islands together. I wonder what that's gonna be about. On you. What are these guys? Oh. These idiots kill themselves. No! That was so easily avoidable and I got so lazy with it. Fuck, this is hard. I need a controller, dude. I have all but given up. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh, I thought I was dead, dude. Got lucky again, dude. Always getting lucky. Damn it. Okay, sorry. This is probably like one of the worst videos I ever made as far as like being somewhat like cohesive and paying attention. Oh, thank you. I gotta go. There's something pressing.